Good morning. Today we are going to see how to use pointers and arbitrary functions in C++. Points to pointer, that is points to be considered. In case of overridden function, you can use pointers instead of using virtual functions to access these overridden functions in derived class without any confusion. What is the meaning? If a class is present in both base class and derived class, the C++ runtime environment will always access the function in the base class, not in the derived class. If you want to access the function in the derived class, you need to use virtual functions, and if you do not want to use virtual functions, you may use pointers. Okay. C++ understands certain things about inherited classes. One of them being that an argument of a base class type will accept argument of derived class type being passed into it. You can use arbitrary functions in C++. These functions will not belong to any class in a program. So we can use this function to call functions in both base class and derived class as we like. So program, here it plays the base class, it gets one data run and it gets two functions get and display. Team score is a derived class and it has been publicly derived from the base class cricket players. It has one data and two functions get and display. Here get function and display functions are overridden in derived class, that is these functions are present in both base class and derived class. Arbitrary function, this is an arbitrary function, it has one argument ptr1. ptr1 is a pointer to base class. Come to the main part of the program. ptr is the pointer to base class, p is the pointer to derived class, cp is a base class object, and tm is a derived class object. The first invocation rb function ptr, it will call the arbitrary function. So the functions in get and display functions in base class will be executed. Second time when arbitrary function is called, the get and display function in the derived class will be executed. Okay. See the diagram. First invocation RB function ptr. Here what is the argument? It's pointed to base class. So it is being passed into the arbitrary function. There also what is that argument type? Pointed to base class. So arguments are matching, it's not a problem, it will work. Second time p equal to address of tm, that is the starting address of the derived class object will be stored in the pointer p. The second invocation p is the pointer to derived class. It is being passed to arbitrary function. What is the argument type there? Pointer to base class. But in C++, the pointer to base class will accept the pointer to derived class argument. So it will work. So argument of base class type will accept argument of derived class type being passed into the function. So cricket players ptr1. ptr1 is a pointer to base class. So it will work. Here the argument of the calling statement is matched with the argument type of the function being called. Okay, RB function ptr. You take arbitrary function, RB function create players ptr1. ptr1 is a pointer to base class, so it will work. Let's see the next calling of function. Here p is a pointer to derived class and it is being passed to the arbitrary function. But there the argument is pointer to base class. But in C++, the argument to base class will accept the argument to derived class, so it will work. Here tm is the object of derived class, p is the pointer to derived class. While passing p as argument, the pointer to base class argument in the function being called will accept pointer to derived class argument. Even though the arguments are not matching, it will also work in C++. Output. You can refer this e-book, Fundamentals of C++ Programming, written by Anbu. I am the author of this book. Thank you. Please subscribe my channel. You may contact me at anbuss16@gmail.com.